ഹലോ ഡിയർ സ്റ്റുഡൻസ്, എന്തൊക്കെയുണ്ട്? കഴിഞ്ഞ ക്ലാസ്സിൽ പഠിപ്പിച്ച കാര്യങ്ങളെല്ലാം പഠിച്ച് റെഡി ആയിട്ടിരിക്കുകയായിരിക്കും അല്ലേ? എന്തെങ്കിലും ഡൗട്ടൊക്കെ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നോ? ഡൗട്ടൊക്കെ എന്തെങ്കിലും ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ നിങ്ങൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്യുക, ഒന്ന് എന്നെ വിളിച്ചിട്ട് എൻ്റെ നമ്പർ മേടിച്ചിട്ട് എന്നെ വിളിച്ച് ചോദിക്കുക കേട്ടോ, എന്തെങ്കിലും മനസ്സിലാകാത്തതുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ. അപ്പോൾ നിങ്ങൾ പഠിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടോ എന്ന് നമുക്ക് നോക്കുന്നതിന് വേണ്ടി ഞാൻ ഒന്ന് രണ്ട് ചോദ്യം ചെയ്യാം. കഴിഞ്ഞ ക്ലാസ്സിൽ നമ്മൾ പഠിച്ചത് എന്താണ്? കുറച്ച് ഈ ആസിഡ്സിൻ്റെ പ്രസൻസും ബേസിൻ്റെ പ്രസൻസും ഉള്ള കുറച്ച് എക്സാമ്പിൾസാണ് നമ്മൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്തത്, ആദ്യം പഠിച്ചത്. സോ മൈ ഫസ്റ്റ് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ഈസ് ദാറ്റ് സേ വൺ ഓഫ് ദി എക്സാമ്പിൾസ് ഫോർ സിട്രസ് ഫ്രൂട്ട്. Say one of the example for citrus fruit. Do you know? Oh, the answer is, I am going to write, the answer is orange, or you can write lemon also. Okay. The second question is, where do we find the presence of a base? The answer is washing soda, or also you can write baking soda. Next question, give me an example for a neutral substance. That means it is not base nor acid. Example is H2O. What is H2O? Water, isn't it? Also, the next question, important question is, tell me any three important characteristics of acid. First point is, it is highly corrosive, and it is sour in taste, and it is a good conductor for electricity, isn't it? And one more question I have, which type of acids can completely dissociate in water? That is called, endana? The answer endana? Strong acid. Clear? Now we are moving to the next topic, base. In the last class we have discussed about acid. Acid is sour in taste and corrosive in nature and a good conductor of electricity. Now the next topic is base. What is the general characteristics of base? It is bitter in taste. It is bitter in taste and also soapy in nature. These are the two general characteristics regarding base. It is bitter in taste and soapy in nature. Okay. Also, we should study the classification of base. Acids can be classified into four. We have discussed. Similarly, the base has two classification. One is strong base and the second one is weak base. Do you know the difference between these two? What do you mean by strong base and what do you mean by weak base? നിങ്ങൾക്ക് അറിയാമോ? ഒരുപക്ഷെ ആദ്യമായിട്ടായിരിക്കും നിങ്ങളിത് കേട്ടിട്ടുണ്ടാവുക. എനിവേ, ഐ വിൽ ടെൽ യു ദ എക്സ്പ്ലനേഷൻ ഫോർ സ്ട്രോങ് ബേസ്. ദ സ്ട്രോങ് ബേസ് ക്യാൻ പ്രൊഡ്യൂസ് മോർ നമ്പർ ഓഫ് ഹൈഡ്രോക്സൈഡ് അയൺസ് ഓൺ ഡിസോൾവിങ് water. So what do you mean by strong base? It can produce more number of hydroxide ions on dissolving water. Okay, examples are sodium hydroxide and potassium hydroxide. These are the examples for strong base. And if strong base definition we understood, what could be the definition for weak base? It is more number of hydroxide ions. It is low number of hydroxide ions can be produced on dissolving water. That is called weak base. Examples are magnesium hydroxide and aluminium hydroxide. These are the classifications of base. So what do you mean by strong base? A strong base can produce more number of hydroxide ions on dissolving water. Example, sodium hydroxide and potassium hydroxide. And weak base means it can produce only low number of hydroxide ions on dissolving water. Examples are magnesium hydroxide and aluminum hydroxide. Okay. Okay students, I think now you have a clear idea about acids and base, isn't it? Suppose you are given a solution here. It is a solution, you are given a solution and a teacher asks you to find out whether the solution is base or acid. The teacher asked you to find out whether the solution is base or acid. How can you find out whether it is acid or base? Here we can use a substance for finding out the presence of acid or base in the solution, that is called the indicators. So what is the definition for indicators? These are the substances used to find out the presence of acid or base. Or if you are given a substances, you can use indicators to find out the solution whether it is acid or base. Understand? So these indicators also have are in different types. One is natural indicators are available in the market. So one of the type of indicators are natural indicators. These natural indicators are definitely used to find out the presence of acid or base. So what is a natural indicators? It is extracted from lichens. It is extracted from lichens. Natural indicators are extracted from lichens and it is available in the form of strip of papers and in the form of solutions. We can available natural indicators in the form of strip of paper or in the form of solutions. Okay, so how can we find out the presence of acid or base? By using natural indicator, that we have to understand. So I forgot to say one thing. Natural indicator example is litmus paper. Litmus paper is an example for natural indicators. Litmus paper is an example for natural indicators. It can be available in both color red and blue. It is available in red color and blue color. So with the help of red litmus paper and blue litmus paper, how can we find out whether the given solution is acid or base? That we are going to see. So listen here. If you are provided red litmus paper, what will happen? So I am going to draw a figure of red litmus paper. We studied it can be available in the form of strip of paper or in the form of solutions. Now I am going to take a strip of paper here, that is litmus paper. I am going to take litmus paper. Okay. So what will happen? It is red litmus paper. So here there is a given solution. We are pour some drop of solution to this litmus paper. After that, if there is a color change, that is red to blue, that means it is a base. So it is a base. When we pour a few drops of solution to this, if there is a color change from red to blue, we can finalize that the solution is base. Or if there is no color change, So we can identify that, we can say that it is acid if there is no color change. If there is no color change, we can say the solution is acid. Okay. Or in other case, if we use, instead of red litmus paper, if we use blue litmus paper, how can we find out the presence of acid or base? So suppose this is a paper strip, that is litmus paper. So we are adding a few drops of solution from this to this litmus paper. So if there is a color change from blue to red, we can say that it is a acid. And if there is no color change, we can say that it is a base. Understand? This is the way we can find out whether the given solution is acid or base. So once again listen here, we are discussing about the indicators. What is indicators? It is these are the substances used to identify whether the given solution is acid or base. These indicators can be different types. One of the types we have discussed. One of the type is natural indicator, that is litmus paper. It can be available in the red color. It can be available in red color and as well as in blue color. Understand? And these litmus papers are extracted from lichens, and it is available in the form of strip of papers as well as solutions. Understand? And if we take red litmus paper, what will happen? If there is a color change from red to blue, that is base, or if there is no color change, that is acid. If we use blue litmus paper, if color changes from blue to red, that is acid. If there is no color change, that is base. This is the way we can find out if the solution is acid or base. Understand, students? So today we have discussed, these are the topics. We have discussed about the base, and we have discussed about indicators, natural indicators. I think these are clear for you. So I am going to give you one homework for you. So before today 5 p.m. sorry tomorrow 5 p.m. you have to submit the homework, or you just send the homework through WhatsApp to me. Okay, the topics are: list out different acids, list out acids, and list out bases, and list out indicators. So these are the 3 things you have for homework. Okay, so you have to search in internet or somewhere and find out the answers for each of the topics and write it in an A4 sheet and submit tomorrow before 5 o'clock. Okay, thank you. So see you in the next class.